map number 2, Misfits are up 1-0 in the series. We're on a watch point in Gibraltar. And, I mean, Misfits, they did an amazing job of just stalling out the pushes from AKM.
Yeah, a lot of that came down to Nevix on Mei and Soon on Reaper. They played those fights incredibly well. Crew actually did a lot with Zarya outside of the Graviton Surge, which is admittedly not something we'd see too often. A lot of times teams rely on the Graviton Surge from Zarya, but Crew actually managed to put out so much damage, keep a full charge, save everyone. It was really nice to see Crew play this Zarya.
Yep, and we're going to see Rogue pulling pretty far back. They're going to give Misfits the space to move here into the under section. And we'll see whether or not they decide to drop down on them. There's actually a fair bit of poke coming out here, and we've got Crew sneaking around the backside, looking to get something here on the high ground. It's actually got to be a Genji coming out from TheVic, harassing them, slowing down their progress.
Yeah, I like Rogue playing back here. Let's see if it matters, though. As the fight breaks out, they're going in.
Yep, that's going to be some damage there going onto Reinforced Shield. Reinforced, that's going to be the double Reinhardt knockdown. And it looks like there will be a kill onto RYB. Hidan goes down. That's going to be a good defense coming out from Rogue. They do pick up some more kills to Vic. Drops Crew. Wins picks up Soon. And that's going to be a first quick early defense here right after the first checkpoint.
Yeah, I really like seeing the TheVic Genji come out. He played incredibly well on Genji. I'm thinking back to his games against Envious back during the Atlantic Showdown. Man, his Genji just tore them apart. So he's got Dragon Blade. I expect at least 3 kills out of like almost every fight this guy goes off as Genji, unless Crew can do something huge.
Yeah, there's going to be the nano boost coming in from AKM. They're going to pressure them back, pick up at least this kill here on the Crew. Crew will go down, and it only really cost them the Ana ultimate to push them back, pick up Zibosai as well.
Yep, AKM's got his ultimate now too, so they have the Death Blossom. Wins on Winston is a little bit of an odd choice, I think, because if you think of the current meta, it's all about Reaper and Ana. So Ana can sleep Winston really easily. He's a huge target. She can tag damage on him too, and then just Reaper melts Winston. So I want to see what Wins does with the Winston pick.
Well, AKM, he's looking for the right position. He's going to ghost himself and pull himself out of the fight. Unko goes down. Wins goes down. Reinforce as well. Can AKM get anything off of this? He will be brought down by Crew. Soon is going to fall, and so is Hit Him. But that should be them pushing forward off of this kill as they bring down Nox and should be able to get him onto the next checkpoint.
Yeah, so they have a little bit of extra time here. Let's see. Rogue actually looks like they want to contest this. Yeah, they're going to try to contest this. Ultimate comes out. Primal Rage.
Yeah, but Nevik still has his Death Blossom. He's waiting. They do bring down Reinforce, and they should be able to pick up wins as well. This shouldn't take them very long. There's going to be 2 kills to Vic. 3. Nox wins and to Vic go down. AKM as well. Can they pick up anybody else? It doesn't look like Unko decided to walk into that death trap, and that's going to be the point in the checkpoint.
So what Rogue did here, it's an odd thing, Reinforce just charging in. He wants to die, so he's with the rest of his team. But Rogue decided to give up ground on this point to charge ultimates. Right, so they popped the Wins ultimate, and Wins actually goes right onto Tracer, which I think is a better pick in general. So that tells me that they wanted him on Tracer this entire time. So blowing the Winston ult wasn't really too big of a deal. But the important part is that they used it and Nevix blew his Death Blossom. Like, they forced that ultimate out from Nevix. So now they have a little bit of an advantage.
Sound Barrier as well as the Graviton Surge plus the Pulse Bomb combo is going to come out. TheVic goes down as well as AKM. The whole team from Rogue has been routed out of their position by a great combo from Soon and Crew. And maybe are they going to get Unko as well? He will drop down on the side. He's going to get chased down by the Tracer. Ana pretty good at defending herself 1v1, but not up against Tracer, who's that mobile. Unko goes down, and now we're going to see whether or not Wins can get anything done on this Tracer. Ooh, they're looking at TheVic. He switched over to the McCree. Reinforce goes down. It's going to be a duel between Soon and TheVic. TheVic gets picked off with a little bit of help from the rest of his team. They will move this on to the next point. Misfits, never stopping.
Okay, a lot of stuff going on right now. So going back to the Wins pick, switch to Zarya, one of the big things, I think he should have went in alone as Winston back when they were contesting the first point, and that would allow the rest of Rogue to set up for the second point a lot more easily. Instead, all of Rogue tried to contest the second point, and they staggered deaths. They gave up too much ground for the Wins ultimate. All right, and we also see TheVic, he switched to McCree, and a lot of that is to try to deal with Soon. McCree is generally one of those picks you want to do against Tracer because a headshot flashbang or a headshot melee is going to be able to kill Tracer. Now, I'm thinking I sort of want to see Mei because Mei can headshot Tracer with one hit. Graviton Surge goes out, Crew picks up 3 kills, and that is going to be Nox cleaning up the fight as well. AKM trying to get some return kills as well.
Yeah, he'll be able to. Oh, he does not survive. Looked like he was going to be able to walk away from that. They are able to slow things down as Nox is keeping them busy in the back line, waiting for the rest of his team to come back up. He's pretty much dead and sacrificing himself for time as the rest of Rogue has now respawned. The only ultimate up is the High Noon coming out from Tvik. We'll see whether or not he decides to use that. Has to be some pressure onto him. Then soon goes very deep with the Tracer there. Unko in the back line looking to heal up as much of reinforce as possible before they have everybody here to go in. They do have Zebosai and hit on. Oh, there's going to be the combo from Nevix. The nano boosted Death Blossom is going to pick up 2. Can it pick up anybody else? They are able to get to Vic. Oh, he's going to get dropped down up high. He was looking for that High Noon. Didn't get anything off of that. And now they're going to have to group up on the side of Misfits. Stop anybody from the enemy team coming out. AKM and Unko are here. They will be able to get on the point. Shield on the AKM. It's going to be a little bit of a duel between him and Soon. No, it's going to be him and Nevix. Out comes the sound barrier. That's going to keep everybody alive for a little bit longer. And there's going to be an Earth Shatter out from Reinforce. It doesn't really connect onto a lot of them. There's going to be a Graviton Surge. And it looks like Rogue will be able to defend this on Misfits. Now they're looking at RYB. They should be able to get him. He's going to have to dash away soon on the retreat. AKM picking up the kills now. He does get one. Can he get a second? He now has his Death Blossom up. So maybe he's going to look to get a high. Looks like he will. And now wait out for them to make another defense.
Oh man, I wish we had some sort of control over the cameras here. We're just casting on VoDs right now. But AKM actually went in really deep into the backline and picked up a 4K off the back of that fight. Meanwhile, the rest of Misfits were kind of like too focused on the front. They didn't see him coming, and he might try to do the same again, except with Death Blossom this time. Ooh, really smart taking out Crew before he starts the Death Blossom so he can't bubble anyone. But he gets taken down! Oh, Crew just barely wins that duel.
Oh, that's brutal. He gets picked off there. That's going to be really, really rough for them. There's going to be the Graviton Surge, and this should be the win. That mistake, that 1v1, might have just won things out for Misfits, and it does.
Oh man, I can only imagine like what would have happened if AKM managed to pick up that kill, get the health orb off of the Zarya kill, and then just go in for a huge Death Blossom without any shields to stop it. But they weren't able to do so, and I'm going to actually go back to Vic playing McCree again. I still think the Mei actually, like, a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago or so, 2 weeks ago, I would never have found myself saying, I think they should swap McCree out for Mei. I think Mei's a better pick here, but in this meta, like, you need someone who can really stop a lot of these Nano Boost Reaper combos, or basically Nano Boost anything combos, and Mei can do just that, right? So, like, the wall isn't anything like a shield. The wall is just there. You have to do so much damage to actually take it out, and it can delay someone for a very long time. I can see that on Watchpoint Gibraltar, maybe the wall isn't very useful since the chokes aren't too small, but even still, you have the freeze if you need it, and you can also one-shot Tracer in the head because Soon was giving them a lot of trouble.
I don't know. I feel like Rogue, they need to watch how much they stagger their deaths. They've done too many times. They've sent people into really weird places with champions just to bring down or to use up ultimates that they've built up, and their heroes just can't deal with it. They're losing too many people too quickly.
Yeah, and we always have to go back to that second strip of Watchpoint Gibraltar here. After this first door that everyone's holding up at right now, it's really important that you get a good setup on it, because a good setup can destroy teams. If you get control over the top of the space shuttle, I don't know what to call it, but if you get that control, then you can have someone sit up there with a McCree or something and just rain death down on the enemy team. Maybe you put an Ana up there as well. And so Tvik, he's back on the Tracer, and let's see what he can do with it. Let's see if he can have more impact than Soon did, which is going to be a little hard to do because Soon kept all of them distracted last match.
Yeah, he had very good deep flanks, and he's going to go up high, runs right into a Reaper, needs to be careful. He's actually going to tag a bit more damage on him. Now looking to get some damage from up high, grouping up with the rest of his team, though, as Wins did go down. So Rogue loses a member, and they're going to get stalled out pretty early here. They're also going to lose Reinforce. He will go down. Out comes the Mei wall to slow all of their progress, and that's going to be a quick defense coming out from Misfits.
Yeah, and the defense isn't like they won a full team fight, and most of the time you don't have to. This is why focusing targets is so important, because if you can get that one pick, especially on someone like Reinforce, someone, the Reinhardt, then it can just shut down an entire push, because you can't go forward without a Reinhardt.
AKM nano boosted in the back line. No, actually, no, he did get the nano boost. That didn't do that much damage for them. They're going to be able to pick up a couple of kills. Vic did go down. Now they've got crew there. They need to group up again. Reinhardt is very, very deep, reinforced, not with the rest of his team. He's going to be brought down. Can they get anybody else? Actually, he got slept, so he's still alive. Maybe he can come in for a good flank. AKM is going to be forced out of the fight. Unko did go down. Wins drops, and that's going to be a quick regain from Misfits as they group and collapse onto overextended targets.
Yeah, Zarya is another one you don't want to push with. And luckily for Rogue, the only ultimate they used there was the Nano Boost. So and that's going to be able to recharge pretty quickly. Part of it is actually on Misfits. Let's see. Ooh, Tavik almost gets taken down there right at the beginning by Soon.
His high position by Soon is doing a lot of work from, oh my god, he's still in there. He's going in with the Death Blossom. That's going to be one. Can he get a second? Actually, he gets slept by Ana very, very quickly. They will bring him down. But that slows down the progress. It's going to be a 1-for-1. We'll see whether or not Rogue decides to continue pushing with this. They are throwing out some pokes, stepping forward. Earthshatter comes out, but it doesn't really connect on anybody. RYB now looking to pick off wins. He actually gets killed by Tavik. Unko goes down as well. There's going to be a Graviton Surge pulling in pretty much only wins. That should be an easy kill for them. And it will be Misfits holding out for the moment, but members of Rogue are starting to trickle in here.
Yeah, Reinforce is back here trying to hold the shield up. He's basically staying alive for as long as possible, and he's doing a pretty good job of that. Tavik goes down next, and then Nox gets cleaned up as well. A little bit questionable by Rogue there, because 3 members of their team were there. It was a 3v4 against Misfits, so maybe they could have won it, but at the same time, just fighting that fight and trying to draw it out for as long as possible means that they're staggered. Look at how long Wins has to stay here before he can actually push up. Right now, they're just trying to get positions they're trying to poke out, and now, like 10 seconds later, here comes Nox. They're going to be able to push now instead of 5 seconds ago.
Sitting up here on this high ground, Wins looking for a good Graviton Surge moment. He's throwing us the damage. There's going to be the Graviton Surge. In comes Vic with the Pulse Bomb. That's going to pick up Nita very, very quickly. Now he's going to have to go back. Sound Barrier comes out from Nox. Maybe that'll give him enough space to maneuver as he's down at 20 HP. Very, very low. Does pick up a heal. There's still a couple of members left up for Misfits. Actually, no, down they go. Soon drops. RYB as well as crew. They will be able to continue pushing forward. Zebozai goes down, and that should be them getting this next point. And there's Tavik going very deep forward to try and slow them down on their next entry, as a couple of them are going to be spawning at that forward spawn point.
Yeah, again, it comes down to trying to stall out the delay, or stall out the timers so that they can't get a good position on this second stretch of map. Ooh, let's see if he can pick up the kill onto Hidan. He doesn't quite find it, but he's still in here in the back line, raining death on the enemy team.
Yep, he's keeping them very, very busy. Although he doesn't need to pull back to his team, he's going to get sniped in the head by Nevix, who was switched over to that Mei. And that's going to be the defense coming out from Misfits. They're going to push everybody back. Now they've got a full set of stacked ultimates. The only one left is Hinda, and that one does not take very long when he's on Ana.
Yeah, and you can see he's already got it. He just needed to heal Soon up just a couple of ticks in order to do so. And so now Misfits have the ult advantage, which is a scary place to be when the defenders have 6 ultimates and you don't. So this basically means that Misfits can pretty much completely wipe 1, maybe even 2 team fights, but we'll see how conservative they can get their ultimates.
In goes Soon. In comes the nano boosted Death Blossom. That's going to pick up 2. Can he get a third? He's going to be able to pick up a third. It will be reinforced. Now it's a duel coming out, but AKM gets brought down by the extra AoE coming in from crew. He will be the one to pick that one up, and that's going to be 3 ultimates burned for that first defense.
That was a really interesting decision by Misfits, actually. They managed to defend it really well, but I don't think half of the stuff they did was... Rogue. Rogue should have waited on a lot of their ultimates. They used Reinforce's ultimate, they used AKM's at the beginning of the fight, and they also used the Nano Boost, even though Soon already ripped their backline to shreds. So they weren't going to win the fight, so they should have just held on to their ultimates, saved up for the next fight, and they would be in a better position for it now than Misfits having this Graviton Surge ready, and I guess not even having to use it. Reinforce is going to go straight down.
Yep, he's going to get picked off. Good freeze from Mei is going to keep them all out of there. That's going to be the Graviton Surge. They need to follow up with some damage. They only managed to pick up 1. It's going to be Unko who goes down. The counter Graviton Surge around the side of the wall. Pulse Bomb is there, and that's going to be huge coming in from Tavik. He picks up another one. Can he get Nevix as well? He will bring him down. 3 kills, 1 going over to Wins, and that's going to be a great push coming out from Rogue.
Ooh, gotta love Tavik on the Tracer. He's shown multiple times that he's doing really well on this hero. Soon coming in to just try to stall it out for as long as possible. High Noon comes down, but Earthshatter takes him out, and
oh my god,
sound barrier is up.
Huge. That's going to be some huge damage coming out. That's going to be another Earthshatter. Nevix stalling the point, but he's not going to live for very long.
Yeah, so right now, Misfits, it looks like what they're trying to do is just run down the time. Rogue need to complete the rest of the map perfectly to have more time than Misfits, but the big thing here is that since on their second attack, on both of these teams' second attacks, overtime can actually get people so far along the map. What Misfits is trying to do right here is just trying to reduce that timer to 0. If Rogue wins, but they win in overtime, that is a huge advantage for Misfits, which is a lot more than Rogue winning with 5 seconds left, because then if Rogue have any time at all, they get a chance, they get a try. If they don't have any time left, they don't get a single chance.
There's that nano boosted Faith coming out onto AKM. He doesn't use the ultimate. He's just dinking away with those headshots. Brings down AKM. Brings down RYB. AKM is going ham here. He got Soon as well with that headshot. Can he get anybody else? They will be able to clean up most of the enemy team. And now they've got a couple of ultimates. High Noon, Earth Shatter, as well as the Pulse Bomb. They've got that Graviton Surge coming up soon, because if they don't get it now, they should be able to get it in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, and you said it right with the Faith on the nano boosting or McCree, because McCree is very aim dependent. Like, you have to be confident in your skills in order to do that. Soon gets Earth Shatter, and let's see. Oh, he gets charged back as well. He's not going to be able to do much, but the nano boost keeps him alive.
Graviton Surge is there. He's waiting to use that Death Blossom. He will stay alive for a little bit longer, but he is going to get brought down. Wins, picks up the kill. That should be an Earth. Oh, the Earth Shatter doesn't do enough. RYB will drop Zebosai onto the point. Now they're just throwing bodies at the point, trying to stay on this and keep everybody here. They bring in the Diva as well as a switch over to a Genji, but they won't be enough, and that will be Rogue picking up 3 rounds here, and we're going to be going into the next, not really overtime, but the next contest as both teams get the opportunity to attack.
Yeah, the biggest part here is that Rogue finish with some time left. Even 1 second is enough for them to attack the first point. If they just carry through and somehow win all the fights in overtime, it's happened before, so it wouldn't be too surprising. The big thing is that if they would have had 0 time, if they would have won in overtime, they don't even get to attack. Like, the game says no, it's up to the enemy team. You have to first hold or else you lose, which is a really tough position to be in, so it's really a relief for Rogue to get some time on the board. Now, a minute of difference is a little bit substantial. I think Misfits would probably be happier with a little bit more of a buffer, but let's see what these teams can do, and let's especially see if anyone decides to switch up their comps. So it looks like Rogue will be attacking first, and they get a minute on their time simply due to the time bank system. Since they finished with less than a minute, they're going to get a minute to get a little bit of extra time there. And looks like Tavik is going to start out on Tracer. He was a huge force in that last fight. AKM on McCree, and that's a really comfort pick for AKM, right? So Misfits don't have anything like a Pharah or Mercy or anything that McCree would be incredibly good against, but he's just, like, if you can land those headshots, you know, headshot, Nevix is dead. Headshot, Soon is dead. And so you have a lot of those opportunities there, and headshot, body shot, and Hidan is dead. So if he can get that clutch kill, then that's going to be a lot as well.
All right, AKM. We'll see whether or not he gets any more faith boosts from Unko, because that did a lot of work for them. I'm calling it a faith boost, man. There's no scientific proof that boost is going to get anything done. A boosted Death Blossom, you can pretty much guarantee you're going to get some damage out, but you know, when you're just going in for the headshots from AKM, like, that's faith, and he's up here on high. They're going to drop down behind. Can he pick up the Mei very, very quickly? He will get Soon. He gets a second one. Hidan goes down, so that's going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Rogue. And now they're going to start trying to push back. They brought down actually 4. 2 died in the back line. Only lost AKM, so that's a 1-for-4. That's a good starting push, and they'll start to charge up a couple of those ultimates. First one is Earth Shatter.
Honestly, if I'm Misfits right now, I hold up in second point. I try to take control of the second point and get good positions there. It looks like Soon has some other ideas. He is just going way behind the enemy team. And ooh, charge in from Reinforce. Let's see what he can do. Earth Shatter lands on 2.
That's going to get 2 of them down, but it's going to be a quick step up coming out from RYB. Now a little bit of a duel there between the Reinhardts, but RYB and Zebosai fall. That's going to be a nano-boosted McCree in the back line, Soon doing some good work there. Are they going to be able to get the nano-boost out onto any other good targets? McCree on the other side of the wall. Can he survive? He will.
Oh, yeah, and Misfits, so that was basically, if they won that fight, they took the win because of the overtime, but I still think that they should have held up in the second point, because it's so tough to win that fight when you're just trickling in through both of those 2 entrances. Yeah, there's the top entrance, and Soon was really the only member of the team who could get up there in a reasonable time frame. So you're still attacking into choke points, and as we saw, Reinforce got a good Earth Shatter down because of that choke.
Nano boost at high noon as well as the Faith boost to come out, so they're going to be able to get some good damage out from AKM. There's a freeze in the back line. They've already lost Nox and Reinforce. Only one going down is Hinna, but that's going to be the Graviton Surge. Can he get anything off of this? This is AKM against the world. He gets RYB. He needs to land something else. Soon picks him up. Graviton Surge comes in, and that's going to be the defense out from Misfits. Only 4 points gained for Rogue.
Oh, wow. Misfits actually managed to hold that point in this like really wide open space. That is not a place where your team is going to have the advantage when you're the defenders. So really good kudos to them. And we sort of saw it on basically any other of the first round attacks that either of these teams did. Any kind of defense that was that tried to get mounted on this second stretch failed because they didn't have those early positions, but Misfits was just able to clutch it out off of just pure skill. And also I think AKM's nano boost didn't really do as much as he had hoped. The high noon got walled off by Reinhardt for the most part, and afterwards he didn't really dink any heads. He got some body shots, but I don't think it was as impactful as they were hoping for from a nano boost. Maybe in a do or die situation like that, you might have wanted to nano boost Reinforce, because as you said, nano boosting McCree, it is a faith boost. You have to expect him to land the shots, whereas with Reinhardt, there's not really that question. He just walks forward and swings his hammer.
AKM is going to stay on that McCree, so maybe the next faith boost will bring some results. We actually have Crew switching over to the Hanzo.
Yeah, so Crew is going to be playing Hanzo maybe this time. There's still 10 seconds, so they could be trolling us. I think he's going to go back to the Zarya, but we'll see.
They don't seem to troll people that often. Like, this doesn't, like, these teams don't seem to troll casters that much.
I really want, there's 1 second left. I want you to be wrong so I can, like, rub it in your face, but I guess it's not going to happen. You're right, Crew is going to be, no!
Oh, God damn it,
he switches after the fact. That's, okay, it's a little bit of a late switch. He misses out on a bit of ult charge and their attack is delayed. But, that's just the length that these guys go to prove my point instead of yours.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts, Misfits. All right. Doesn't really matter, though, as soon taking a bunch of damage quickly. AKM ready to drop those headshots and drop those bodies.
Yep, and Soon... Oh! AKM with a huge headshot on Soon. That's going to delay the push. That's just it. They have to wait for another 10 seconds before they can do anything.
Damn. Soon just got wrecked. That's going to be really rough. It's mostly rough for morale. It's like, yeah, I got this, guys. I'm Tracer. He won't hit me. Bam. And that's going to be a good confidence boost for AKM. Maybe that's going to put him in the right mindset to keep landing shots as he's putting out some good damage.
Ooh, here comes the high ground offense. Oh, headshot onto Soon after the flashbang. AKM is going off.
RYB goes down as well. Can they pick up anybody else? Now he's looking at Crew. Crew drops AKM. Where did you find your McCree skills? Were they hiding in a box for the last set? Because now he's on fire. They bring down Zebo's side. It's actually going to be AKM who does the damage. And that's going to be another defense coming out from Rogue. Maybe they could hold after only getting 1 point.
Yeah, and just look at the sheer damage numbers on either side. Well, you can't, but look at the ults. So that tells you a little bit of how much damage each team is doing. How much damage Rogue is doing is way more than Misfits. These aren't close fights. Misfits, Hidan is the only one who's got his ultimate. Rogue has 2 ultimates. Nox almost has his. AKM almost has his. Here comes a nano boost.
Well, Nevix, can he get anything done here? He's looking for AKM. He's trying to find him. He will get 1. He gets a second. He brings down 2. The Death Blossom doesn't really get them that much, but it will guarantee them the point here, as it looks like too many members from Rogue have dropped. The only one left up is Tavik. Now he's going to stall things out a little while, and actually, that might have been just enough stall for people to make it back here. AKM is running. Reinforced Nox wins. Everybody trying to get here back to this point. They should have a little bit of time. Nevix is looking for the drop down. He has to find someone very quickly and stall this out. There's only a couple seconds left before they're going to get... No, they actually will get the 4th point.
They're going second point defense. I like this. They're going second point defense. They have the ult advantage. They want to make sure this fight... Because if they just win one fight, they win. If they lose one fight, they lose. So let's take it at the best chance possible. AKM's up here for this high ground, high noon. There goes the Graviton Surge.
Graviton Surge, high noon, Sound Bear comes out. That's going to be 2, 3 go down, freezes there. RYB, he drops. Nevix is the only one. No, will be heat on and Soon, but they're going to drop very, very quickly. AKM there with the damage. Can he pick up Soon as well? Can he finish things out? Needs 1 more shot to do it, but it doesn't matter as Rogue is going to pick up the win.
Wow, huge fight there by Rogue, and exactly that's why I keep saying, like... It must sound like a broken record. People must be tired of me saying it, that you want to hold up on the second point, you want to wait until you have a good position, and that is exactly why. You can destroy a teamfight, especially if you put McCree up there, just like they did. That was huge for Rogue, and a really well-deserved victory for the second point.
All right, we'll be taking a break and then moving to our next point.